Good morning, students. Today we have to discuss MCG. MCG, that is the moving coil galvanometer. Before knowing the moving coil galvanometer, we should be knowing about the working of galvanometer first. What does the galvanometer do? Actually, the galvanometer is a device which detects the current in the circuit. So you must be getting confused that what is that ammeter and voltmeter. So not only ammeter is also a galvanometer and voltmeter is also a galvanometer. Ammeter measures the current, voltmeter measures the potential difference, but the galvanometer only detects the current. And even if the galvanometer can be treated as the ammeter and voltmeter, what is that galvanometer? On which principle the galvanometer works? The one thing is that galvanometer that works on the principle that whenever a current carrying coil is placed in a magnetic field, it experiences a torque. That you know it from the previous classes. Torque acting on a coil placed in a magnetic field. Whenever that current carrying coil is placed in a magnetic field, it experiences a torque. On the basis of that principle, that moving coil galvanometer is designed. Actually, the moving coil galvanometer, it is the oldest form, D'Arsonval type galvanometer. Now that Western type galvanometer is replacing or is playing the role of the moving coil galvanometer. Western type galvanometer, whatever you are finding in the laboratory. In Western type galvanometer, one scale is there, and at the middle the zero reading is there. Whenever it is connected in a circuit, immediately it gives the deflection, either towards the left or towards the right. That you are using in laboratory. That is the Western type galvanometer. This is the oldest one. That is the initially it was been designed to detect the current in the circuit. The rule is that here now, what is the construction of this moving coil galvanometer? The construction is that first part is that PQRS is a rectangular coil, is of large number of copper wire. And it is that this coil is suspended by means of a phosphor bronze wire. One phosphor bronze wire. It is suspended by means of the phosphor bronze wire. And other side of the coil is connected a delicate spring. Why? What is the role I will tell you? Another one concave mirror is attached on that phosphor bronze wire. And it is kept in between the two horseshoe magnet, that is the north pole and south pole, that is the horseshoe magnet. And the role of the horseshoe magnet is that it is providing always the radial magnetic field. Radial magnetic field means that actually we can tell always the theta will be 90 degree. Theta will be 90 degree to that of the coil. So here, how does it works? Suppose the design is like that. Whenever the current is passing through the coil, when the current is passing through the coil, you know it from the previous classes, the torque act on the coil. The deflating couple, the torque whichever is acting on the coil, due to that, the torque equal to B naught sin theta. You know it, that is the torque acting on the coil equal to B naught sin theta. This is very clearly, you know it, the torque, we are having the two formulas here. If you use the B naught sin theta and sometimes you use the B naught cos alpha. So what is that one? That theta is actually the B naught sin theta means that actually the theta is the angle made by the normal to the coil with the direction of the magnetic field. The normal to the coil makes angle with the B vector, that is the theta, and alpha is actually the angle made by the coil with the B vector. This is the coil making angle alpha with the B vector, and this is the normal to the coil. This is the normal to the coil which makes angle with B, that is equal to sin theta. So that is deflating couple. What happens? The couple acts on the torque acts on the coil, that is equal to B naught sin theta. This is the torque action, that is called as the deflating couple. Due to the deflating couple, the coil rotates. Due to the deflating couple, the coil rotates. As it is creating the radial magnetic field, theta is always 90 degree. So maximum torque will be acting on the coil. That maximum torque acts on the coil equal to B naught. This is the maximum torque acts equal to B naught. This is called the deflating couple. Clear? The deflating couple rotates the coil. As and when coil is rotated, and you must have seen the torsional couple on the string. The string, whatever is connected here, the string, that is the phosphorus wire, so that will be twisted, no doubt. And that restoring couple will be developed on the string. That restoring couple will be opposite to that of the deflating couple. Restoring couple will be opposite to that of the deflating couple. Whenever this deflating couple will be equal to the restoring couple, what will happen? Suppose this is the coil. This is the coil. When current passes through the coil, it just rotates. And here the restoring couple will oppose the deflating couple. Whenever both the couples will be same, so what will happen? The coil will be deflected and will be remain in equilibrium. So here the deflecting couple is, the restoring couple is K into theta. So you are finding the restoring couple, that is the deflecting couple equal to torque equal to B naught, and the restoring couple you are finding that is equal to K theta. What is that K theta? K is the torsional couple for unit angular twist. For unit angular twist. For 1 unit angle twisting, that is the K. If the coil is twisted, or we can tell the string is twisted by theta angle, the restoring couple will be K theta. And whenever the deflating couple will be equal to the restoring couple, the coil will be in equilibrium. So in equilibrium, the deflating couple will be equal to restoring couple. The deflating couple will be equal to the restoring couple. That means B naught equal to K theta. Or we can get it, or we can get I equal to, what will be the I? So I equal to K upon BNA whole bracketed theta. So I equal to K upon BNA theta, or you can tell it as the I equal to G into theta, and that G equal to K upon BNA. This is called the galvanometer constant. So it is very clearly, indicating that the galvanometer constant, or the current, as soon as the current is passing through the coil, immediately you can get directly theta, deflection of the couple, deflection of the coil, and that I is directly proportional to theta. I is directly proportional to theta means to tell whenever the current amount will be increased, the deflection will be more and more. The angular twisting will be more and more. And to observe, to find out the deflection, that one scale is there, you must be finding on the scale as when the coil is rotating, the scale will be moving on, that pointer will be moving on the scale. And the pointer, one scale is marking the current, how much current is flowing through the circuit, and that pointer will be pointing the how much current is flowing through the circuit, or what is the potential difference maintained in the circuit, that can be detected easily. Because of that, current I is linearly depending upon theta. But in case of the MCG, moving coil galvanometer, what is the role of that one? That the deflection can be detected by lamp and scale arrangement. What is the lamp and scale arrangement? You must be thinking that what is the role of that mirror is attached on that string. Actually, what happens at that in front of the galvanometer MCG, in front of the MCG, that 1 meter scale and a lamp is fitted. So light, a spot of light from the lamp will be striking on the mirror, and that reflected spot will be falling on the scale. falling on the scale. Whenever no current flows through the circuit, what will happen? The spot of light will be falling on the zero reading. Whenever the current passes through the coil will be deflected, and the mirror also will be deflected due to the twisting couple, and the spot of light will be moving on the scale, and accordingly by using the linear scale and by using the lamp we can detect how much current is flowing through the circuit. So very important thing is that deflection is depending upon the K, B and A. So it is clear if the that is I equal to G theta, the deflection of the couple depends upon that B and A. But sensitivity of the galvanometer depending upon the B and A. B means actually it is, that is B is the magnetic field strength, and N is the number of turns in the coil, A is the area of the coil. This is all about your moving coil galvanometer, and this is being replaced by the Western type galvanometer. And the next video we will be discussing about the sensitivity, current sensitivity and voltage sensitivity of the MCB. Thank you.